Hi everybody, this is Kelly Oblak with this week's Scrapbook Saturday layout. This is our inspiration board for the week, and the colors of this immediately caught my eye. Teals are some of my absolute favorite colors, so I really love the teal color and the blue color and almost the greeny turquoisey color. This is the layout that I'm lifting. It's by Christine Davidson for Jelly Bean Soup. If you go below to the description, you'll find a link to my Pinterest account, and I have a couple of scrapbooking boards where I put layouts on, and this came from one of those boards, so that'll give you a head start. So here are the papers that I've chosen. Pretty much everything from this layout is from a Kaiser Craft collection that I just bought at Scrapbook Expo a few weeks ago and I hadn't used, so I was really glad to be able to break into this. It's called You Bud Dreams, and it's literally you bud, and I'm not sure what that means. I'm from the United States, so if you're from that neck of the woods or that part of the world, and if there's a special meaning behind that, let me know. That would be really cool to know what the collection is named after, since I don't know that. So again, Kaiser Craft You Bud Dreams is for almost everything is from. So that navy paper there will be the background. It'll be the top half of that paper. And then I'm going to use that wood, that multicolored kind of washed turquoise or teal and green and navy and just kind of white wood. Those are all from the collection. And now I'm just kind of auditioning some wood veneer here to try to figure out what to use. And these are pictures of, or is a picture of my cats. They're sleeping, but they're kind of holding hands. So I thought that was really cute. So what I've done now is I've glued down that piece of paper there, and I think I cut it at about 4 inches, maybe 5 inches if I remember correctly. And I'm going to echo the journaling card in the layout that I'm lifting with the wood veneer. I thought the and would have been nice to use because it's the two of them, or the so good, but in the end I really like the heart, just because they're so cute, and they definitely do love each other. So now that I kind of have an idea of how, like, kind of wide to make this, I'm going to take that green polka dot paper, which I just cut, and I'm going to do something that you don't usually see me do, and I'm going to put my photos on that background, or that, not the background paper, but that little kind of shelf that I'm making out of the green paper. I'm going to put my photos on there at a little bit of an angle. How daring of me. Or my photo in my 3x4 card. Normally I'm a pretty straight line scrapbooker, but for some reason that just looked right to me. And there's lots of different little angles in the layout that I'm lifting, so that seemed very appropriate to me. And I'm just trimming down that a little bit more. Some of these papers remind me a lot of, like, almost of my Mind's Eye collection, especially this one, so I really like it. It was kind of nice to scrapbook with something that was shabby chic. I haven't done that in a while. I've been using a lot of clear, bright colors and collections lately, so that was kind of nice. I do want to give a little bit of a definition to the edges of these papers, and so I'm taking out my Memento Dewdrop ink in gray flannel, and I'm just going to ink up some of these edges to like I said, to define them a little bit more. They were getting lost. Now I did this on that wood paper, and I'm going to end up covering this because there is one layer that I'm kind of missing here yet. It was a fairly large layer that went between the background paper and the what would be the wood plank paper that I have there. I'm going to figure out something to use. Originally I was thinking maybe washi tape or something like that, but I figured out. So now I am working with the die cuts from this collection, the You Bud Dreams collection, and Kaiser Craft calls those collectibles. So I'm just auditioning a few things to see what I like. I know I want to journal at least a little bit about how cute it was that these two are basically holding hands. So I'm going to use that little journaling card there, or journaling spot there that says "This made me smile." And I like that at the top. Again, I'm kind of echoing some angles here. Yay, Kelly, for doing something a little bit out of the box. You have to give yourself a pat on the back every so often, right? At least when, you know, you do something a little bit different. And I am going to fuss with some of these for quite a while. I do like how that Be Happy there is that kind of bright white. So it draws your attention right to that photograph because it's the lightest piece on here. I like that quite a bit. The Perfect Day there is from, I believe, a sticker sheet from this collection. I'm sorry, I didn't write that down actually, but I believe it comes right from the sticker sheet. It is from the collection. So that says A Perfect Day. I also have that tag there off to the left, and I'm going to use that to journal on as well. And then I decided I needed a little bit more weight on the right side of this to kind of ground it to the right side. The cats are facing left. So I'm going to put that tab up there, and I'll eventually put my date on that tab. And that tab sticker is from the sticker sheet that goes with this collection. And I'm playing around a little bit with what kinds of angles. I don't want to see the whole white frame there, so I'm actually just going to put that down, and then I'll glue some of the rest of the things down in a little bit. Because funnily enough here, I hadn't glued my little mat with the photo on it down yet. So I have to come back and do that. Sometimes I forget. But I basically have the layout arranged here, so it's a fairly simple process now. It's just gluing things down. And I'm going to leave that wood veneer naked as it is right now. It's looking a little bit out of place because there's no other color that's kind of that warm wood color on here, but I will fix that in a little bit. Here's the tag that's going to go down, and I'll ink those edges as well, and that way everything stands out. I think part of it too for me is that sort of the shabby chic look of this paper lends itself to the tag, you know, adding the little tags or whatever there. All right, so I find this border sticker, and I really like this, and that will take place of the layer that's in between the two layers there. And I don't want to, quote, waste this whole border sticker. Sometimes I'll put them down underneath, you know, that kind of a thing, or I'll put the paper, but I like how that pulls in a lot of the different colors from the layout, and that might be useful to me on another layout. So I'm going to actually cut off pieces that work, and I very strategically cut that border sticker in certain spots because I wanted to use certain colors in certain areas. That would be the best way to describe about why I did that. And I did ink the edges there. And now that gives a little bit of a definition, a little transition between the background paper and the wood plank paper there. And I used my Cutter Bee tweezers there to get everything in kind of in line there. And now I'm remembering, I did this layout a couple of days ago and had totally forgotten this. That A Perfect Day, which is what I'm putting down right now, is not chipboard. It's a die cut, and I just added my foam tape to the back. So as I'm looking, I literally have the layout next to me, you guys, so this is kind of funny that I couldn't tell it wasn't chipboard, but I'm also concentrating on what's going on in the video here. But anyway, so I just put that foam tape behind to give it some dimension. It needed some more dimension because everything on this is very flat at the moment, except for the wood veneer, which is still fairly flat. I do have a lot of layers in there right now. Now I'm looking for things in a couple of different places. One is I want some sort of transition up there next to the smile. And I was also thinking about some sort of transition from the tag to the border strip. And I find that flower die cut, which I am going to put some foam tape behind. And then I also find this little, like it's a paisley piece. And I'm going to take that and put that up near the smile. And the reason I wanted to do that is there's too many corners up there right now. When you see the green paper and the photograph together, there was no break. It like needed something to smooth out those edges. So I don't know why it's okay on that side, or not okay on that side, but okay where the wood veneer is on the left side, where it's kind of sticking onto the background paper. But you know, such is life, and it worked for me. So anyway, I put that little paisley down there, and now I've put some more foam tape behind that flower, die cut, and put that on. And part of the reason that it does kind of look like chipboard is because I have the edges inked, which gives those edges some extra dimension because of that. So kind of remember that it will make things look more dimensional. Like I said, I wanted to do something to bring in that wood veneer so that 3x4 card, so that it doesn't look like it's all by itself out there. So I went to my stash of my wood veneers, and I keep them in like a hardware bin kind of a thing where you would put screws and nails and that kind of stuff. And I chose 2 pieces of like a little flower kind of thing from Studio Calico, and then a heart as well from Studio Calico. And I played around. I almost put that one right in the center of the flower, but I thought it looked a little bit too contrived there, and just put it along the side. I wouldn't have had it like kind of in the center there on anything else, so I don't know. I thought it would look a little bit weird if I did that. I am not going to use my beloved thickers here to do a title. I'm just calling it This Made Me Smile. I think I said that before when I was talking about how I was going to journal. All right, now I'm just grabbing my stash of twine, and I don't have a ton of twine, but I have enough colors that I can make it work. You know, it's one of those things that I want to have on hand because I like, if there's a hole in a tag, I want a piece of twine in it. Personally, anyway. Not that you have to do that, but, you know, for me, they look empty to me if I don't do that. So I have enough colors of the colors that I commonly use to do that. And I keep them in a cigar box. That's how I store my washi tape as well, too. If you're new to my channel. And I have quite a few new subscribers, so welcome. Actually, and I'm just thinking... yeah, see, this is what happens when you're not paying a lot of attention. Anyway, if you've seen videos on my channel, or you've watched me in videos, you might have seen those cigar boxes before. I forgot what I was recording for a second. I have quite a few videos I'm recording today. All right, so I am just going to use my Staedtler pen there. I think it's my Staedtler pen. Anyway, I'm going to do that and get the journaling done. I'll journal a little bit on that tag, and then I've got the date on my tab up on the top. I hope you are all well, and we will be back at the Crafty Maven with another video soon. Bye!